Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another day of the challenge. I say another day because I literally cannot remember what we're up to 23, 24, something like that. Anyway, just getting grounded down onto your mat, just gently arriving, getting yourself as comfortable as possible in the seated position. Maybe sitting on a cushion or a bolster, a block, a book, just sending those hips up a little bit more. And then just noticing your breath, becoming mindful of it. Feel the air as it enters your nostrils, noticing the temperature, noticing if it automatically goes straight to the belly or into the chest. Giving yourself a moment to connect with your body, connect with your breath. We'll start the practice by chanting Om, so bringing the hands to heart center. Take an deep inhale together. Om. We pay our respects to Indigenous leaders past, emerging, and present. We give thanks to the sages, the rishis, and the yogis who came before us to share this knowledge of yoga. And we give thanks to our higher God, our divine, Mother Earth, nature, whatever you want to call it, for bringing you safely to your mat today. Gently rubbing the palms together, feeling that heat culminate. Gently placing them over the eyes, blinking the eyes open, massaging the face, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, all the way down the body. Rolling the shoulders up to the ears and down. I'm going to do a few shoulder circles to warm up here. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Now the other way. Inhaling up, exhaling down and round. I'm just pausing here. And we're just going to connect our breath with our shoulder shrugs. So inhaling the ears, the shoulders all the way to the ears. And exhale out and drop. Inhale up. Exhale, drop. One more time. Just taking the chin over to the right and exhaling through to the center. Over to the left. And back to center. So inhaling and exhaling as you look over. Inhale to the front. Exhale to the side. Gently warming up the neck here. Finding your own rhythm of breath. Next time you've gone to the left, come back and pause. You're going to take your right ear down to your right shoulder and using your right hand, gently pulling the head down, stretching that neck. Taking some nice deep inhales here. Then gently releasing. Moving the hand, gently rising the head back up, then dropping it to the other side. Left hand on top. Pulling the left ear down to the shoulder. And gently releasing. This time, as we inhale, we look up to the sky. And exhale, chin to chest. Inhaling up. And exhale down. Really paying attention to the back of the neck, to the spine, and notice where the tension travels down. One more inhale up and exhale to the front. You're going to inhale the arms all the way up and exhale, turn to the right. And just finding a nice twist here, sitting up nice and tall. Using the left hand to push into your right knee to twist even more. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist. Looking over that right shoulder. Trying to be nice and soft in the rest of your body. Gentle smile on your face. Eyes opened or closed. On the inhale, rising back up. And exhale to the other side. Right hand pushing into the left knee. Sitting up nice and straight. Invisible string pulling from the top of your head. Each inhale lengthens that spine. Each exhale sends you to twist a little bit more to the left. And one nice big deep breath here. Inhaling back and up. Reaching nice and high. And exhale, leading with the chest, folding forward. Bring the hands to the floor. Releasing the head and the shoulders. Just allowing gravity to do the work here. As you inhale, feel that diaphragm all the way up like a big balloon. And exhale, release a little bit more. Bring the head to the floor. On your inhale, gently crawl the hands over to the left. Spider crawling with the fingertips. And exhaling down over that knee. Breathing into the back of the right hand side of the body. Next inhale, walking through the center, spider crawling those hands, and then exhaling over to the right. Maybe feeling some gentle clicks a light stretch. Breathing all the way into the belly, filling the balloon. Feeling it so much it's almost like you're rising off that leg. And then exhaling, folding over. Bringing your head to your knee as close as you can. And then gently inhaling back through the center. Pushing into the hands and inhaling all the way up until your hands are at your knees. This time we're going to plant the right leg on the mat, taking the left leg over, stacking the knees on top of each other, so our Gomukhasana legs. So you're really anchoring down by having this left leg on top. Sitting up nice and tall here. You're going to inhale the hands up, bending at the right, and then exhaling, sending that left arm around, maybe finding that clasp or just holding onto your shirt. Bring the hands as close together as you can. If you like, using a strap or a towel or something like that, you can use that to gently roll your hands closer together, but sitting nice and tall here. Really opening up that left shoulder, sending that right elbow to the sky, nice and tall. We inhale here, and then exhale, gently fold forward. So really feeling that stretch in the outside of the left leg, maybe in the arms, the shoulders. Pulling your neck back, you don't want to have it hanging down. Nice, straight, strong spine. Deep breath in. Exhale to release a little bit further over the legs. Inhaling back up. Switching arms. Inhaling that left one up. Bending it at the arm. Trying to reach behind. Opening up the chest nice and tall. And exhaling gently to release forward. Breathing into the shoulders. Gently closing the eyes down. Just focusing on the breath. Gently inhaling back up. Releasing the hands. And swapping the legs. So left leg onto the mat. Right leg over. Knees stacked on top of each other. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhaling that right hand up again. And bending it. Then clasping the left hand behind your back. Noticing if maybe you've gotten a little bit closer this time. Maybe even a bit further, like mine are. Inhaling nice and tall here. Exhaling, folding over. Feeling that stretch in the right outer leg. Still breathing all the way into the belly. And exhaling. Inhaling back up. And swapping the arms one last time. Left arm up, bend, and then gripping it with the right. So to find your reach around, you can send your arm out to the side, hands down. Take that thumb down, really rotate that shoulder, and then exhaling it behind you. Inhaling nice and tall, and then exhale, fold forward. So really getting into the nitty-gritty of the shoulders, that ball and socket joint. Again, you don't want any pain, so if it's too much, just bringing that hand to your lower back is fine as well. Deep breath in here, and exhale, melt over that leg a little bit more. And gently inhaling back up. Releasing the arms, releasing the legs. Bringing the soles of the feet together. We're just going to find our butterfly, sitting up nice and tall. And then exhale, pulling, leading with the chest, hinging at the hips. Inhaling here. And then exhaling, carving the belly out, so really bringing that navel to spine, rounding the back, and dropping over to the feet. You can also play with where you've got your feet. You can bring them out a little bit further in front of you to ease off the stretch, or bring the feet closer to the pelvis, make it a bit deeper. Gently inhaling back up. We're just going to find the little butterfly flaps, so bring the knees up and down until you're able to start getting them a little bit faster. And you're really just dropping the knees to the mat. Maybe getting the knees touching the floor. Maybe you're just flapping up here, that's fine too. And then coming to stillness. Then we're going to exhale, out and around, sending the knees wide, and exhaling back for our child's. Sending the arms nice and straight out in front of you. Really dropping that chest to the floor, opening up the lats, the armpits. Bringing the third eye to the mat. When you're ready, gently rising up into our tabletop. Tucking the toes, inhaling here, and exhale, send the hips all the way back. Just walk the dog out a little bit, dropping one heel and the other. Drop one heel, then the other. Gently releasing the ankles and the heels to the mat. And then finding our stillness here. Just taking 5 rounds of breath in this downward dog. Breathing all the way into the belly. And exhaling to release. Bringing the shoulders away from the ears. Soft smile on the face. Maybe dropping the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Really pressing those fingertips into the mat. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Then tippy-toeing the feet all the way to the top of the mat. Taking as many steps as you can. Until you hang to your forward fold. Nodding the head yes. Taking it no. Clasping opposite elbows. Again, maybe just lightly bouncing up and down. Swaying to side. Maybe bending one knee, then the other. Till you're just hanging in stillness. Gently releasing the hands to the mat. And inhaling up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Shoulders roll up and back and down. And finding our Tadasana. Standing nice and tall here. We inhale the hands all the way to the sky, finding high prayer. We inhale, finding a slight back bend, so tensing the glutes, opening up the heart space. And then exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. Then exhale, bending the knees and stepping back for a downward facing dog. You're going to inhale, roll through to our plank. Exhale onto the knees and lower for our chaturanga. Lowering halfway. Then exhaling back up into that push-up. Lowering down. Inhaling back up. One more time. Lowering down. Inhaling back up. You're going to tuck the toes and send the hips all the way back for our down dog again. You're going to inhale that left leg nice and high to the sky, three-legged dog. Bending at the knee, opening up for our scorpion dog. Equal amount of weight in both the hands. Stretching that hip open. Maybe dropping that leg a little bit more. Knee to the sky. Inhaling that left leg up. Then exhaling, bringing it through the center. Stepping in between the hands. From here, you're going to drop that right leg back. Opening up like a kickstand. You're just going to open up for an easy twist. So this is a bit of a Cleopatra, bringing that left hand down towards the leg. Then inhaling back up. Exhaling, reach that hand to the back. Inhaling back up. One more time. Then inhaling that hand all the way around to the front. And exhaling back for our downward facing dog. Inhale, coming through to our plank. Exhaling down for our chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Inhaling that right foot all the way up. Three-legged dog. Then exhaling, bending to our scorpion dog. opening up the hips, sending that right knee to the sky, remembering equal weight in both the hands. Exhaling up for our three-legged dog. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, bringing that right knee through the center and stepping it in between the hands. Dropping that back knee, planting the hand, lifting up the right one, opening up for our twist. Maybe bringing that left foot back like a kickstand. And exhaling, reaching back. Inhaling up. And exhaling back. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Bringing that hand all the way up and around. Framing that front foot. And exhaling back for our downward facing dog. You're going to bend the knees, look between the hands. Inhale here. And exhale, jump to the top of the mat. And finding your forward fold. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms all the way up. And exhale, the hands down. Allowing yourself to recalibrate here. Shoulders over top of hips. Nice deep breaths in. And exhale out. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale to circle sweep the arms all the way up. Exhaling down to the mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, stepping that left foot back. Finding the runner's lunge here. Planting the left hand by the right foot. And inhale, open for your side twist. Easy side twist. Right hand pointing to the sky. Deep breath here. Now you can either keep this left leg floated or bring it down, but we're going to find our side plank. So coming to the knife edge of our left foot, stepping that right foot back and finding a strong side plank here. Otherwise, bringing that left knee down as well for our supported side plank. Really trying to feel expansive through everything here. Rainbowing the hips up. Big breath in. Then exhale, the hand back to the mat. Finding our plank. And we inhale, ready to open for side plank on the other side. So dropping to the right foot. Inhaling that left hand up. Deep breaths here. Remembering you can drop that right foot at any time. Rainbowing the hips up even more. And then exhaling back to the mat. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Bending the knees, looking between the hands. Inhaling here. Exhaling to the top of the mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. And exhaling to release down. Inhaling the hands all the way up to the sky. And exhaling to heart center. Inhaling up. And exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down, sending the left foot back. Planting that left foot, bending into that right knee, and inhaling up for our warrior. So really bending into that right knee, sending the knee to the right, seeing the big toes. Spine nice and tall. Inhale here, and exhale a little bit deeper. Nice. Dig. Dig, beep, death. No. Big deep breath. Wow, those side planks got me. Inhaling, flipping the hand, and exhaling back for our peaceful warrior. Allowing that side body to stretch open. Then exhale, floating down to find our extended side angle. Bringing that left arm back behind us a little bit more, twisting open. Inhaling back for our peaceful warrior. Then exhale, coming back through, setting up for our triangle. Straightening that front leg. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way across. Then exhaling that right hand down to your ankle, your shin, or the mat. Imagining everything's being squeezed in between two planes of glass. Maybe exhaling that left hand down, finding a bind, bringing it behind your back, maybe onto the thigh, the hip crease. Really inhaling, opening that chest a little bit more to the sky. Nice deep breath here. Releasing the bind, sending that hand back up to the sky. Bending into that right leg. Inhaling all the way up and exhaling back for our peaceful warrior. Exhale to frame that front foot. Then finding our side plank, dropping that foot, stepping the right on top of the left. We're going to lower the hips down, then send them back up. Lower it down, and send it up. One more time. Exhaling that hand down to the mat, and find your vinyasa, or meeting us back in down dog. Gently bending the knees, looking in between the hands, inhaling here, and exhaling, jumping to the top of your mat. Inhale, circle sweep the hands all the way up, and exhaling, hands down to heart center. Finding our Tadasana, hands to the front, closing the eyes down, planting the feet, just catching our breath, breathing all the way into the belly, and exhaling out. We'll come to the other side of the mat so we can do it on the other side. Inhaling the hands up, and exhale, swan diving forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening that spine. Then exhale, stepping that right foot back, planting the heel, bending into the left leg, and inhaling open for our warrior. Making sure that that left heel is in line with the arch of the back foot. Really bending into that left leg. Hands pointing out, strong energy. Deep breath in here. Then exhale, opening up the palm to the sky and sending it back for our reverse warrior. Still finding that bend in that left leg. Inhale, wheeling it back through, finding our extended side angle. Planting that right foot into the ground. Then inhaling it back up, reverse warrior. Exhaling, finding our warrior two. Straightening that front leg for our Trikonasana, our triangle. Inhaling, reaching all the way across those toes like you're trying to touch the wall. And then exhale, sending that hand down to the mat, the shin or the thigh. Hips and shoulders are in line. Maybe finding that half bind, taking that right hand back to your lower back, your hip crease or the thigh. Bending that chest open even more to the sky. Nice deep breaths in here. Bending that hand back up to the sky. Bending that knee. And planting that right hand down. And a step back for our plank. Coming onto the knife edge of our right foot. Sending the hips to the sky. We're going to lower them down and bring them back up. Lower back down. Bring them back up. One more time. Lower down. And bring them up. Then exhaling to your plank. Flowing through your vinyasa. Or meeting us in down dog. Finding our nice recovery position here in our down dog. From here, you're going to inhale that left foot up to the sky. And exhale, bring it through the center, stepping between the hands. You're going to put your weight into that left leg, bringing that right leg up. We're going to turn and open to our half moon. So planting that left hand, opening up, the right hand to the sky, and then trying to turn the body to the side, stacking the hips on top of each other. Maybe adjusting the foot, pointing that left foot to the top right of your mat, and sometimes help give you a bit more balance too. And then feeling expansive in every direction. Breathing here, lifting that right leg a little bit more, and then exhaling for our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale down. Maybe hands right behind the calves, really opening up that low back. Releasing the hands. Inhale, circle sweeping the arms all the way to the sky. And exhaling down through the center. Inhale the arms up. And exhaling down. Planting the hands back to downward facing dog. Either staying here or flowing through your vinyasa. So coming through to plank. Exhaling down to chaturanga. Inhaling upward facing dog. And exhaling down. I'm going to inhale that right foot up this time. Three-legged dog. Exhaling, bringing it through the center. Stepping between the hands. Maybe pointing that right foot to the top left-hand corner of your mat. Bringing the weight into that right leg. Lifting that left leg up. Left hand up. And opening up for our half moon. Deep breaths in here. Stacking the hips on top of each other. Maybe lifting that leg a little bit more. Finding our balance. And then exhaling back down. for our forward fold. Halfway lift. And then exhale to release. Hands wrapping behind the calves. Pulling our head to our shins. Nice deep breaths here. Dropping the hands to the mat. Then inhaling the hands all the way up. And exhaling down. Hands come down to the side, standing in Tadasana. And finding our breath. We're going to find our eagle arms here. So planting down the left foot into the mat. Raising that right knee to the chest. Exhaling the right leg over the left, bending into the left knee. Right hand under left. Sinking into the left leg even more. Really sucking everything into the midline, core on. Bending into that left leg a little bit more, dropping the hips down. Shooting those elbows out in front of you. Really opening up the shoulders. Then releasing. Right knee to chest. And exhaling open into our warrior three. So keeping that balance in the left leg. Tilting forward. Feeling the back body is nice and strong, lifting the heart. Shoulder blades together. Right glute lifts a little bit more. And exhaling for our forward fold. Inhaling halfway lift. And exhaling down. Inhale, circle sweep the arms all the way to the sky. And exhaling through heart center. Cementing the right foot into the ground this time. Inhaling that left knee up to the chest. And exhaling to cross it over the right. Left hand sweeps under the right. Pulling everything into the midline. And sinking into that right leg a little bit more. Navel to spine. Exhaling, dropping it down. Elbows come up in front of your face, sending them away from the body. As we inhale, we gently unwrap. And then exhale, sending that left leg behind us. Aeroplaning the arms. Finding our warrior three. Left glute lifts that leg up even more. Strong back body. One more inhale here. And then exhaling that foot down and releasing for our forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Then as you're here, shuffle the toes, heel toes out to the side a little bit more. And then exhaling down for our Malasana. Dropping the hips to the floor. Pushing knees into elbows, elbows into knees. Really opening up that chest. Hands coming together. Nice deep breaths here. We plant the left hand on the mat. We inhale that right hand up to the sky. Still pushing that left elbow into the left knee, really opening up the chest, finding that twist. Looking past the right fingers. Maybe twisting open even more, dropping those hips a little bit more to the floor. And exhaling back. Dropping the right hand now and opening up to the other side. Inhaling that left hand up. Pushing right knee into right elbow. Maybe leaning back a little bit more, lengthening that spine, opening up that chest. And exhaling, hands back down. Hands to the mat. And we inhale the hips all the way to the sky. Taking the feet out a little bit more, pointing the toes to the side. We inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, peace fingers find our toes, pulling us down towards the mat. Inhaling, halfway lift again. Lengthening that spine, really pulling on the toes. And exhaling, pulling ourselves down. Deep breaths in this restorative position. Pulling the head down to the mat as much as you can. Backs of the legs opening up. And releasing the hands. Bringing them to your hips. And inhaling with a straight back all the way up. So you're finding your star. Stepping to the top of your mat. Into your Tadasana. One more time. Inhaling the hands all the way up. And exhaling, forward fold. Step or hop back to your downward facing dog. And float through your vinyasa. Coming through to Chaturanga. Exhaling. Inhaling, upward facing dog. And exhaling, downward facing dog. This time we come onto our knees. Nice kneeling position. Just sitting in our hero's pose here. So sitting nice and tall, that string being pulled from the top of your head. And closing the eyes down. Hands resting on the thighs. You're going to bring your arms to cactus or goalpost. So shoulders away from ears, elbows pointing out to the sides. I'm going to inhale the hands up. And exhale, draw the elbows together, opening up the chest. Finding our half angel here. Really bringing the elbows together, shoulder blades drawn in. Then inhale up. And exhale, open. Inhale up. And exhale, open. Do a few more rounds with your own breath. Really try to turn that whole back body on. And exhale, holding it here. And clasping the hands behind the back. Opening the chest up even more. Opening up the throat, letting the head drop back. Inhaling here. Then exhale, folding over those legs. Hands come up above the head. Top of the head to the mat. Really pushing into those palms, sending those shoulders open a little bit more. And gently exhaling the hands down to hold the heels. Taking a nice big inhale here. And exhale, sending the hips to the sky. For our rabbit. Opening up the whole back body. Pulling on the heels, shoulders down, and then exhaling, coming back up to our hero pose. Coming back up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Shoulders up and down, crown of the head pointing to the sky. We're going to drop that right hand onto the mat a little bit further away from us. We're going to inhale, taking the left hand up, raising the hips a little bit, and then exhaling down, and coming up on the right. Exhaling down, so going with that breath. Exhaling, planting that hand away from you, and sending the hips up. Last one. Beautiful. Coming into our tabletop now. We're going to inhale, keeping our knees on the ground. Inhale that left leg out and back. Taking a deep breath in here. Then exhale, bringing that knee out to the side and stepping to the left of our left hand. Taking a deep breath in here. Then exhale, maybe bring the elbows down. Finding our dragon or our lizard pose here. Opening up the hip flexors. If you can't come down, maybe just on your hands. Really pressing into the palms. Just allowing the hips to open. Releasing the neck. Taking some nice deep breaths in here. And exhaling out. Each inhale sending that prana, that breath all the way into the hip. And exhale, seeing if you can release a little bit more. One more deep breath in here. And then exhale, coming back to your hands. We're going to find our half frog. So opening up that leg to the side, pointing the left toes to the left of the room, and exhaling all the way onto the belly. Hands release. Right cheek finds the mat. Maybe the hands come underneath the head. Just allowing gravity to do the work. Gently opening up the hips. Releasing the body all the way onto the mat. Maybe inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe gently start extending the exhales. So inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently bringing your hands to the outside of your chest and pushing up and sending yourself back for a child's pose. Releasing the hips down onto the feet, allowing everything to recalibrate. Then inhaling up to tabletop and sending the right foot out this time. Nice strong back body. Inhaling here. Then exhale, pulling that right knee to the right elbow and stepping the right foot outside the right hand. Taking a deep breath in here, lengthening the spine. And then exhaling, releasing everything. Opening up the left hip flexor, the right hip joint. Each inhale, sending breath into the tension. And each exhale, allowing you to melt a little bit more. Again, focusing on that breath. Inhaling into the belly for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Each exhale allowing you to melt a little bit more. Maybe paying attention if one side is a bit tighter than the other. Maybe you are able to get down on your elbows on one side but not on the other. Just being gentle with yourself. Inhaling here. And exhaling, melting down. Allowing everything to release. One more breath in and out here. On the inhale, pushing into the hands and sending that right leg out for our half frog. Pointing our right toes to the right. Maybe bringing the hips back a little bit more. And exhaling all the way onto the mat. The left cheek finding the mat. Looking out over the right. Maybe you're feeling a nice stretch in the inside leg, in the thigh, and the groin, and the hips. Or maybe it's so gentle you can't feel anything, and that's fine too. You're just letting gravity do the work here, gently pressing you into the mat. Allowing your hips to recalibrate, to restore after those intense hip openers. Allowing your breath to relax you and calm you even more as we come to the end of our practice. One more breath all the way into the hips. And exhale, release into the mat. Gently pushing into your palms, sending your hips up and back for our child's pose. Releasing everything down, opening up the lower back. Nice big inhale here and exhale. And gently coming up and through, finding a way onto your back. Releasing vertebrae by vertebrae. You're going to pull the knees into the chest, giving yourself a nice big cuddle here. Rocking side to side, massaging that lower back, the hips. One final squeeze. And exhaling, pulling the feet down for a happy baby. Deep breath into the belly. And exhaling out. One more deep breath here. And exhale to your Savasana. Legs go nice and wide, arms nice and wide. Taking up as much space as you want or need. Allowing the exhale to melt you even more into the mat. And then just scanning from the top of your head, down your neck, your shoulders, your arms, scanning down your torso, your chest, your belly, your back, your hips, your thighs, your knees, the shins, calves, and feet. Then scanning all the way back up from the feet, the ankles, legs, knees, thighs, hips, glutes, stomach, back, chest, arms, shoulders, neck, and head. Taking one more big deep inhale here. And exhale to melt everything into the mat. Allowing yourself to scan your body one more time to release any more tension that may be hanging in there. Each breath in inviting space, and each exhale encouraging you to release, to let go, and to melt into the mat. Allowing yourself one final deep breath here, pulling it all the way into the belly, filling the body up with all that positive energy, and exhaling it all out. Bringing some attention to your fingers and toes, gently moving them, wriggling them, and then rolling over onto your left-hand side into the fetal position. And gently push up into your palms, coming to a seated, comfortable position, eyes closed, and staying in the practice. We'll finish the practice by chanting Om and Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bringing the hands together. Take a deep inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently bow our heads. Give thanks to yourselves for turning up to it today. Give thanks to each other for sharing in this practice. And give thanks to your God, the divine, Mother Earth, nature, or your highest consciousness. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. Rubbing the hands together, feeling that energy culminate one more time. Gently placing it over your eyes, massaging the face, the neck, that strong neck, strong shoulders, strong arms, strong torso, legs, everything else. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Namaste.